How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
This is like the third or fourth time, you know. I'm so. Are you? Let's talk about something else.
What else is there to talk about?
I want to know what you've been doing outside of the Twilight thing. What else is going on in your life?
Well, I did a play in New York.
Okay.
And that was a shock. I mean, I hadn't been on stage in like 8 years, so I went and did this play called How I Learned to Drive that really was an amazing experience for me as an actress. Very different from playing a vampire for years. But it was fun and challenging and wonderful. And then I have a movie coming out in the fall called Liberal Arts that I did with Josh Radnor.
Oh, right on.
This amazing group of actors, Allison Janney and Lizzie Olsen, and so Stephen Jenkins. I mean, it's just a great cast. So I've been pretty busy, and I moved. I went to Paris. You know, I've done a lot of things.
What were you doing in Paris?
Just hanging with my sisters.
You know, were you vacationing or did you like move there?
Well, I went. I've never been to Paris, and my sisters decided we wanted to do this last minute sisters trip to Paris, and we did it. We brought a 9-month-old. My older sister has a 9-month-old, so we brought him with us, and we just like tore it up in Paris for a week with a baby.
With what? With a baby?
With a 9-month-old baby.
Tearing it up with a baby. Wow. Well, you know, that's sort of close to Twilight, I guess. Right?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been here a couple of times. This is nothing new to you. Anything you haven't done that you want to do this time around? Or have you done it all?
I don't think you can ever do it all at Comic-Con. I mean, I'd love to have more time. Like, I think it just goes by so fast, and there's so much, you know, that we're kind of going from one thing to the next, and I would love to have time to just go through a convention hall and just check out the people in their costumes and on the street. Because I mean, San Diego has a completely different vibe than this normally. This is a whole other world. Like if you ever, you know what it's like on the street here. It's wild. Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, I dig San Diego. You're right. It's got a different vibe than LA completely, and a lot of other places.
It's beautiful, and I mean, I could just be here on vacation. It's like a really gorgeous spot. So.
Can you though? Or do people recognize you and you know?
I get recognized a bit, but I never really think about it. I'm always like shocked. So.
Oh, okay. That's kind of nice though.
Well, I think the only way for me to go about it is to just sort of like be unconscious, sort of not think about it, because, like, especially if you don't get dressed up and like prance around. No one really pays attention. No one really cares. So.
They do. They just don't know.
They just don't know.
All right. So a lot of fans obviously would like to see the story continue on into other books. The story is wide open at the end. If you had your say-so as far as continuing the story, what would you like to see happen?
I'd like to see Esme and Carlisle like have a whole journey around the world, and they need some time off from the kids, you know?
I think so.
I think I'd like to see them do some traveling, go to Isle of Esme, and just get some quality time together. I mean, we always joke that he's like stingy with in our sex life, so I think we'd like to spend some time rekindling that.
That's a whole other backstory that we don't know about.
He denies it. He doesn't believe. I'm looking at him right now, my husband over there. But yeah, awesome. He doesn't give it up enough. So we're gonna work on that in the spinoff.
You know, that's what my wife says about me. So I don't know what that is.
Then they get to a certain age, they get a little stingy with it. You know?
Is that what happens?
That's what I've heard.
I don't know. I look at myself in the mirror and go, "What are you doing? What's going on? Why? What are you missing out on?" So.
Yeah. Well, you gotta. Keep it
I haven't
going.
figured it out. Yeah, I got to keep it going. That's why they have Viagra and
Exactly. Now we're talking about Viagra.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
it's a whole other,
it's all related.
Yeah, it's all related to Twilight.